Man, this is a hot button topic right here, but I gotta call it like I see it, right? I have to exercise my First Amendment right, and I have to call it like I see it. And as soon as I heard about this shooting in Tennessee at the Christian school, I knew right away it was a hate crime. Right away, I knew it was a hate crime, especially when they started talking about the shooter. Now, I'm gonna give you guys some information in this video, and this is for informational purposes only, okay? I just want you guys to understand what we're up against, okay? We're not up against just some, you know, mixed up kids who wanna be this and wanna be that, and it's all kind of innocent. You know, what we're into, like last year, this year, the year before, is weaponizing. We're weaponizing everything in your life, okay? And hopefully you don't like it. But that's what they're doing. They're weaponizing everything in your life. They weaponize the flu. They weaponize the food. They're weaponizing the water. There was another, train derailment or not a train derailment, but there was another massive chemical spill in Ohio down the river, which I'll have a video on tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. So they're weaponizing everything right now, and now they've weaponized the LGBT community. They get them all jazzed up, and I'm going to give you some proof, okay? I'm going to give you some proof about this militant mindset that they're programming into these kids, and why I believe that we're going to have a lot more of these incidents. And I also believe that we should take our security into our own hands. If you're running a school, a Christian school, or if you're running a food processing place, hire some security, okay? Don't wait for somebody to come and save you. Hire some security, be proactive, right? We have to protect our food processing plants. We have to protect our kids. And we have to protect our resources like water and food. And we're not doing that. All right, here we go. I'm not going to get into all these super duper particulars, but apparently there was a girl who wanted to become a boy. Her parents weren't down with that. Apparently they're hard Christians, because that's what's leaking out into the webosphere, what I've seen already on the case. And so apparently that gives justification to randomly go to a Christian school and kill random people. Oh my gosh. So what I only want to do is just talk about the mindset that is developing in the LGBT community. It's not all of them, but there is a large portion of them, and they're being programmed, okay? They're, being programmed, I'm telling you, to come after you, all right? To spill their blood as martyrs, to come after you, okay? Christian, right? Because you do not agree with their lifestyle. Now, let's see here. We're going to talk about some stuff right now. I got to give you some, man, we're going to have to learn all this new vocabulary and everything, right? So you have to know what a TERF is, a TERF, a trans exclusionary radical feminist, okay? They're cis women, I'm 56 years old, I can't believe this. And shame on you, okay? If you're a grown-up, and you have a position where you're around these kids, shame on you for going along with this nonsense. Shame on you, okay? Nevertheless, a cis woman, okay, I don't know the particular, but a cis woman is a woman who was born a woman, right? A naturally born woman, not a man who wants to become a woman. That's not what a cis woman is. A cis woman is just a woman who was born a woman and claims to be a woman and is a feminist, maybe. But the trans exclusionary radical feminists, right, the TERFs, they cannot stand cis women, okay? Can't stand them, right? And I'm just telling you guys, this is a problem from the research that I've done, all right? TERFs are willing to argue against the Equal Rights Amendment, against the laws that would protect all women from being forced to dress and act a certain way by their bosses, and deny trans people the right to exist in society. All trans folks raise their voices to fight for their dignity and their rights. TERFs have learned to push back in subtle yet effective ways that appear progressive at the surface, but cut deeply into trans women's self and safety, okay? So these are the TERFs, okay? Let's see, I'm going to show you guys this right here. TERF is a slur, is a website. You guys can go check that out yourself. TERF is a slur, It's a website. And on this website are all of the LGBT community, right? Talking about messing up cis women. Baseball bats, misogynistic stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just goes on and on. I'm showing you now, and then I'll continue to scroll while you're watching. And my finger just keeps going and going and going. But while I'm doing that, I'll read to you one of the excerpts. Denying non-binary identities makes you a TERF. TERFs get the bullet. Denying non-binary identities makes you a TERF. TERF gets the bullet. Denying non-binary identities makes you a TERF. TERF gets the bullet. Okay? That's one. Here's another one. I want to effing beat the shit out of every TERF that exists with a baseball bat. Right? With a baseball bat. Cue the picture of the baseball bat. So this is what we're dealing with. So right before your eyes, they're radicalizing these young kids and people of, I'm going to say it, low mental stability. And so what they're doing now is they're training them up to target Christians. And I said it. That's my personal opinion, and I can say it all I want. Now, cisgender is a term that is used to describe people whose gender identity matches the sex they were assigned with at birth. It's like a clown world. For example, someone who is assigned a female birth AFAB and identifies as a woman is a cisgender woman, okay? So I'm letting you know, right, that there is a movement in the LGBT community, the trans community, you know, that are radicalized, okay? And they're out to do you harm. And I've just shown you over and over, all these are just posts saying they're gonna rip your eyes out, they're gonna steal your stuff, they're gonna, you know, hurt your kids. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna beat you with baseball bats. They're gonna really put it to you. All this hate is right here. And they're running around right now on the news saying, well, we're still wondering what today's motives were. Well, just come to Doug's channel. He'll tell you what the motives were. Simple motives were, Christians are not down with this LGBT. Most people really aren't, to be honest with you. But people like to, you know, go along to get along, and that's what's going to cause the big problem as they use these useful idiots on us. And, you know, it's just not going to end good for anybody. It's not going to end good for the kid. Now, I will say this, too. Now, this kid, right, actually made a post and basically told everyone, this is it, right? This is my last post. I'm gonna die because what I'm about to do, you know, I won't be back from it, right? So they're literally creating martyrs, and now they went into the Christian school and they shot up Christians. And now, you know, privately, right, a lot of them, you know, are, you know, celebrating, right? They're celebrating that. And they're also trying to make it out as a victim, right? Like, oh my gosh, the cops shot it, it wasn't even resisting arrest, you know, so fast, and all this stuff, trying to make it a, you know, a martyr and a victim. Okay, I had some reservations about making this video, but if you know, some of us are kind of older, right? Like, I'm in my 50s, and these words, like, I never even heard of a cis woman, right? Or a TERF, okay? So if we don't know these terminologies and we don't understand how these groups are operating, we're gonna keep finding ourselves in the trick bag. So this video was just about information. I just wanna bring awareness to y'all, just like I did with the Tractor Supply story, okay? All I wanna do is let you know this is what's going on, okay? This is not some kind of one-off, you know, random thing. I would look, honestly, for this to ramp up, not to go down. So if you guys are, you know, parishioners at a church, okay? If you are any involvement at your church, arm the parishioners, arm the people in the church. If you have a school, arm the people at the school. I'm not caring about nobody's stupid sign, okay? Because this is about to get real. I mean, we're going all in Okay, we're going all in on this transformation of America. All in, all aspects, cultural, financial, everything, right? Everything has been disrupted. Everything. And this is how they do it. I want to share one more picture with you guys real quick before we get out of here today. Because you just can't make this stuff up. And I just wanted to give you some more information and a little more weight, you know, to what I'm saying, and to give you a little more proof that this is what's going on. The Colorado Spring shooter identifies as non-binary. The next one was the Denver shooter, identified as trans, right? What do we got here? Aberdeen shooter identified as trans, and the Nashville shooter identified as trans. As a grown man with a functioning brain, and I'm just calling them like I see them. I got no dog in the fight. You know what I mean? But I am letting you know that you guys should best be on your toes. Okay? On your toes. On your toes. On your toes everywhere right now. Head on a swivel. You know, stay alert. You know, when you're at the gas station, make sure you guys are keeping your eye on stuff. Don't be not paying attention at the gas station. It's called a transitional space. Be careful in your transitional spaces, okay? I mean, it might get really crazy out here. Okay, if you have kids, please protect your kids. So the big question of the day is, and you can leave this down in the comments section, why are you sending your kids to school? Why are you sending your kids to school? Seriously, that's a hard question, right? Because you guys are going to leave all kinds of answers down in the comments section, and you're going to give me all the excuses why, you know, 2 people got to go to work, and why nobody can be at home with the kids, and why the mom is not in the house raising the kids while the dad's out there killing it and dragging it home. You're going to give me all those excuses. Why are you sending your kids to school? I put that question on my Twitter account the other day, and people really liked it. They're not learning nothing. They're being indoctrinated, and now they're even being killed. And for all you people out there, if you're watching this video by chance and you want to try to take our guns away, it's not the guns. It has nothing to do with the guns, man. The guns are inanimate objects. Quit trying to blame the guns. And that's another problem we have, is no accountability. Uncle Doug is putting it on you, right? No accountability, right? For 3 years, they told you to sit down and shut up and wear a mask and take a jab, and you did absolutely nothing about it. And they are laughing their butts off. Now they know they got you. 50% of Americans actually took the jab just because the TV told them so. Right? Now they're sending out the crazies to do the dirty work. They're ginning up the racial stuff. They act like China and Russia are the boogeymen, and they're bad for you, right? All they're doing is creating the bad guys, you know, just like they're doing what they're doing with us, in case you want to know the psyops of it all, is they're showing everybody around the world that we're transvestite, weirdos, cross-dressers, you know what I'm saying? And all that does is, let's say you're a Muslim. I explained this to you before. If you're a Muslim in Saudi Arabia and you see this nonsense going on, what do you want to do? You want to wipe out the infidel, right? Because you actually see this as a problem. Man, this is the great setup. Leave a comment down below if you knew what a cis female was, or a cis woman, or if you knew what a TERF was, right? And all these LGBT, QRST, I mean, it's just getting ridiculous, okay? Leave a comment down below if you knew any of this stuff, right? Share this video so people understand what's coming and what is here right now. All right, if you're not subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel. We live in that log cabin that we built ourselves. We grow 90% of our own food. We live 100% off rainwater, and we also poop in buckets. We are the ungovernable, and we share all this information on how you can break away from the system. Only use it when you want to, free here on social media. So subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video, where I'm going to be talking about the railroad again.